Called the doctor right away. Thankfully, they were able to get in within 30 minutes. Checked his temperature, then they checked his oxygen, and he listened to his lungs and his heart. I hear some crackling in his lungs. Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm a little out of breath. I have been running crazy since so early this morning. Most recently, I was busy going to Costco. Tomorrow, I'm leaving for girls' camp. It is where we take the girls that are between the ages of turning 12 and 18, and we do a fun camp for them for the week. In total, there will be about 45 of us. You have seen me working hard on like a little craft for everyone, a little gift bag, goodie bag for everyone. I have the ottoman completely, all four sides are surrounded with little gifts for everyone. With all those people, we're gonna be gone for 4 days. We've got to feed them. I am in charge of one full day at camp. I'm in charge of the activities, the menu, everything. My day theme is water. I have selected a menu that helps with water. Melon. Have a really fun menu that will be really great for the girls. Today I went with one of my friends, one of the girls that I get to do this with, and we went and bought all the food. It was an adventure. We're gonna try and fit everything into bins, coolers, all the things. We are going over to load up the car. For the time being, it's going to be stored in the downstairs fridge. Here, right there. So happy that you're here. I have not heard from Crew this morning. I was so hoping that he would text me and tell me how everything is going. I haven't heard from him. I was hoping that they slept well, but I haven't heard from him and Brexon. Maybe we could text this later. I think they do have a little bit of cell phone service. Hoping for the best. Guys, we will give you an update on Ryler. If you saw the end of yesterday's video, you saw he was doing better. Now he's not. We'll give you guys a full update on Ryler, but for right now, I've got to get all of this stuff put away, taken care of, and figured out. I've also got to cook the meat for dinner. A lot of stuff going on here.
Trying to stay cool here in this hot house, huh, Hazel?
Actually freezing in
it's
here.
Really cold in here, but anytime it's hot outside, I feel like the AC kicks on like doubly hard.
Extra
and
cool,
it's so cool, which is great. But Mom, I'll tell you what's heating up is the kitchen right now.
Oh yeah.
And you're cooling it off with some snowy mix. Probably said this a handful of times, but Mom was leaving tomorrow, leaving the family, leaving the state, you're still leaving the house, leaving the pool.
In the theme that we have with water.
Oh,
I just cut my hand.
Your element is water.
My element is water, and part of that we are going to make snow.
That's so genius, Mindy. I literally thought it was just because it's a fun treat and it's gonna be hot.
Oh, Brandon.
And it is tied into your element of water. So what you're telling me is if I were to go to girls camp, one of my key takeaways would be that snow cones are eternal.
Yes.
Is that what you would have?
Yes.
Because that's what I'm getting out of
That
this.
there are snow cones in heaven.
There's definitely snow cones in heaven. Walking around here looking at all the fun stuff Mom got, I was like, wow, what a Costco haul. You should totally put all the stuff on the island and take a thumbnail. This is 1 day's worth of food. This is not our family's month of food or week of food, what it usually turns out to be. This is 1 day of food. Mom's got a whole bunch of goodies here. She's in charge of the food for one of the days. This room is piling up with not only food, groceries, Costco hauls, Hazy and her model fan, snow cone toppings, but also Mom's got all of her bags done and tied off from last night. She decided to go a little bit extra, do these fun, what do we call it? They're not handkerchiefs, like bandanas, yes, bandanas. Bandanas on each one so that the color of their sweatshirt and their element matches the color of the bandana tied to the bag. And look at that, I'm just gonna keep going. Hazy, work it, walk with me, work it. Oh, there's my Hazel, there she is. As you might have guessed, Hazy's gonna go swimming.
Yeah.
So this is coming together nicely. The only problem we're having right now is figuring out where to put it all. They do have a trailer, they got tons of cars, they got a lot of drivers, but it's still a lot of stuff. So you gotta figure out where to put all this stuff.
I know it is. It's just like so much because it's so hot. You can't just like throw stuff in a car.
Especially the food stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a little funny watching yesterday, kids took off. Now it was only a handful of kids, like maybe 10, 15 kids. This is like 45 kids. But you guys are bringing the whole kitchen with you. Like there's crock pots and snow cone machines. They're not typical take camping items. You would not see slow cookers at a campsite typically or a snow cone machine. But it adds a few extra things that need to be taken, a few extra spaces needed in a car or trailer. That's the name of the game today. Mom getting everything ready for herself and for those she's gonna be
Yeah, that's not even including the tent, tarps, chair, sleeping bag, sleeping
haven't shown
pad.
anything that's for you. This is all for everyone else.
Well, I ordered a duffel bag from Amazon because I have like a really fancy, nice one that I don't really want to take camping. It wasn't as big, so I ordered like this big old water-resistant duffel bag.
Well,
and
what's cool is like a
hoping it
backpack
came.
duffel combo. You can throw it on your shoulders as a backpack, or you can just carry it on like a duffel, whatever is most convenient for you at the time.
I think I need to go pack next.
And it arrived, so it's here. So that was kind of fun to see how you fill that bad boy. In the meantime, though, we do need to give you guys an update on Rye Guy because he is not feeling better. A lot of concern, a lot of people asking about that on Instagram, throwing out some ideas. In fact, we had a couple people nailed it on Instagram in our DMs who pegged exactly what the deal was. But Mom took him to the doctor. We told you guys at the end of yesterday's video that we had an update on that. Turns out he has taken a turn for the worse. It's more serious than we thought. And I'm not kidding or exaggerating here. I'm shocked shocked at what the doctor
I was
discovered.
actually really surprised. I've never been around anybody that's ever had this wrong with them, so I wouldn't have known what to watch out for.
And when I hear it, diagnosis or whatever, freaks you out a little bit because I only hear that in terms of like very serious cases. But I'll give you the full rundown on exactly what's going on, how to treat it, and how he's gonna get better. But he's upstairs still resting and recovering today. We'll go up and give you a check-in on him. While he's up there though, on the recovery road, mom's gonna be getting everything ready here. Probably gonna take Hazy out poolside to entertain her for a little bit so that mom can get some things done. Sunny, beautiful day out there.
Perfect day to be out by the pool.
A lot of people want to know what's the update on our Rye Guy. Why are you back in bed, bro? Because yesterday, last we saw, oh my gosh, quit coughing, dude. Just kidding, we're not mean to him. We just, we just joke because it's a lot of coughing. Yesterday, saw him out of bed.
Sorry.
I'll wait. We saw him out of bed. He was getting some stuff out of the locker, putting together his skateboard, which is somewhere I saw, ready to go hang out with friends. And he lasted how long, Mom?
Not even 2 hours.
Hour and a half later, he called and said, come and rescue me. I'm still sick. I'm only slightly joking because the dude has a very serious sickness. We'll get into that in a second. He was feeling better. Fever had been down for a couple days in a row.
It was down for like almost 48 hours, and so I was like, okay, you can go out with friends. He didn't seem 100%, but for as sick as he's been, and he's literally been laying in bed for 7 straight days, it's gonna take a minute to come back.
I was like, bro, ease into it. Like, maybe have like a slow chill day before your body gets thrown back into it. Because no joke, he's lost 10 pounds laying in bed because he doesn't really eat, move, or do anything. And he's just been very, very sick. And we were concerned, you said this actually in yesterday's video, the fever lasted as long as it did, like 7 days in a row.
I actually tried calling the doctor on Friday. Our doctor wasn't there. I was like, okay, he told me to wait till Monday. Anyways, I was just being impatient. Tyler goes out with his friends at like 2 o'clock. Not even an hour and a half later, he texts me and he goes, so apparently I don't feel very good still.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, want me to come get you? And he says, well, no, just wait a little bit. And I said, no, because if you don't feel well, we need to get you to the doctor like right now.
You kind of already wanted to take him. That was just the sign. Okay, let's get him in.
But I'm like, I'm probably just being a freak.
Every sign that he thinks he's feeling better, I'm like, yes, you're better. But he is not better. Took him into the doctor.
Yeah, I called the doctor right away. Thankfully, they were able to get him in within 30 minutes. And we went in, checked his oxygen, checked his temperature, and he had a fever again. I was like, oh my gosh, how do you have a fever? 100.2, not major. Then they checked his oxygen.
His lungs, like his breathing and stuff, right?
Well, then he came in and did the physical exam, and he listened to his lungs and his heart and everything. He says, I hear some crackling in his lungs. He has pneumonia.
Dude.
And I was like, what?
Pneumonia is like, when I hear pneumonia, I think of like a very serious sickness.
It is very serious.
You have had it for a week now, but as I understand it, it probably started out as something a little more simple.
I think he had pneumonia, I read, comes from is either the influenza or the common cold. So I definitely think he had influenza. That's why he
started with the flu.
Away from everyone.
You had all your cold chills, your sweats, but then it was just like this cough that will not stop. Like the poor dude, I'm joking with him right now, but he has not stopped coughing for days.
You also haven't had cough medicine today.
Today has honestly been a little bit better. I got an antibiotic.
That's the good news. Yes, they gave him a prescription antibiotic. It's starting to work in his system.
Took a dose last night, dose this morning, then he'll take another dose. He only takes it in the morning, so he kind of like jump started it.
Guys, he has pneumonia.
I told him, I'm leaving, so make sure you pay attention to how you're breathing, how you're feeling. Tell Dad. We can get him back in if we need to, but I think the antibiotic is starting.
Antibiotic seems to be working. Rye Guy's been a little bit better, but I think this time let's actually ease back in. Feel great. Like tomorrow, maybe let's just still take an additional chill day. Keep on that antibiotic until you're back 100%. But a lot of people have been wondering, bro. Lots of people have been weighing in, saying like mono, COVID. I don't know if we can say that online yet. And a handful of people did actually guess pneumonia. So we wanted to give them the update that they nailed it. It actually is. I would have never guessed that.
Never had an experience with that.
And I just feel so bad for you, bro.
But then when you looked it up, he literally has every single symptom.
Yeah, I just feel bad. This is your kickoff to summer, your first like 10 days in summer break. You're just laying in bed. So I know you're anxious to get out and get up and get better. And I do feel like now that you're on the right thing, we've diagnosed it correctly. We've got the correct remedy. You're going to be getting better really, really soon here. I would bet by the time mom's back, you're like 100%, dude. Or like hopefully 90, you know?
Well, that gives him 1 full week to recover before he heads out on his camp out.
Oh my gosh.
Rye Guy's doing awesome. Thanks for checking in on him.
I went out in the sun today. If you
could. Yeah. Last couple of times you guys have gone out to the pool, I haven't even gone out there. We've just been busy, so I'm so excited to get home.
And I've just been sitting on the side making sure that little kids don't drown. I will just sit and watch, but I actually haven't been in the sun. I've been under the deck every time. This was actually my first day probably in the sun.
Sun kiss.
Got a little bit of it. Went out there with Hazy. I didn't. I actually got in the water today, you guys.
Good.
Me and Hazy swam in the deep end together. It was kind of fun.
That is awesome. Everything's where it belongs in the trailers to head up to camp tomorrow. So
tomorrow morning, right? You're heading off 10-ish, 10:30, something like that?
10:30, yeah, we're heading up. So
okay, so not crazy early. early, but
It's gonna be a great morning, a great day, a great 4 days. I'll send what I can. It should be a lot of fun. You gonna hold down the fort here?
yeah, Rye Guy hopefully will be making the comeback, feeling a lot better. Then the very next day, boys will be back. We'll find some fun stuff to do.
Heck yeah. Love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you for all your love and concern for Ryler. See you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
A lot of people want to know what's the update on our Rye Guy. Why are you back in bed, bro? Because yesterday, last we saw. Oh my gosh, quit coughing, dude. Just kidding. We're not mean to him. We just we just joke because it's a lot of coughing. But yesterday, we saw him out of bed.
Sorry.
I'll wait. We saw him out of bed. He was getting some stuff out of the